to First Play.
And today we'll take a look at Witch of Salem.
Witch of Salem was published by Mayfair Games in 2008 in the United States and was designed by Michael Reinecke with art by Franz Vollwinkel based on the novel series by Wolfgang Hohlbein called Der Hexe von Salem.
It's a game for 2 to 4 players, and basically we have to walk around the town of Arkham, closing portals, face monsters, collecting artifacts, losing sanity, and try to, at the same time, reveal the horror that lies in Rillier and banish it before Necrom gets to the dimensional rift.
You have help though. Robert Craven is the Witch of Salem, and he also walks around town, making things a little easier for you.
Gameplay is rather straightforward. You reveal a new monster to go on the board, everybody moves and do their thing, and you draw an event card, this card. Rinse and repeat. Now here's where the games get tough, because there are many ways to lose the game and only one way to win.
Yeah, if you draw a monster that's already in the game, it activates and something bad happens. Usually you lose some stuff, or Necron, which is in essence the doom track of the game, moves. If Necron gets to this space before having revealed who is the old one in Rillier, you lose. Otherwise, you lose when he gets to the rift. You need at least 2 characters in order to close the portal and banish the old one back into slumber in Rillier. So if you have less than 2 players, you lose the game. A player is out of the game if he or she loses all of their sanity. If you try and banish the old one, but have sealed the wrong gates that lie around Arkham, you lose the game.
Now, we aren't here to explain the rules or teach you how to play. Mayfair has the perfect video for that. There's a link on the description of this video.
Yeah, and up here. We're going to discuss the game in order to judge if it can be played only with the things that come in the box. First Play is about playing the game as is and deciding if the rules, bits and pieces, make a job good enough. That said, what do you think of the game, Luciana?
It's easy to say that Witch of Salem is a light version of Arkham Horror, but I think it's a little unfair.
Yeah.
Because the game has its own rules and its own playability. It just has the taste of the Cthulhu mythos, and you have the monsters and the old ones, the great old ones, but I don't think it's a mini version, you know?
No, I agree with you. One of the things you must do in this game is check the random portals to see which are open and which are just walls. Then come back and close them with an artifact of a matching color. You can't, however, tell the other players what you saw once you check a portal. So you need to pay attention to everybody, where they go, which portals they checked, and which color artifact they go after checking out a portal. The only thing you can say out loud is, in that regard, is, I think there's 2 portals to close. Oh no, that's okay, I think we can try to banish the old one.
There's another nice element of this game, timing. You first need to reveal all old ones to reveal which one is in Rillier. Problem is, the moment you do that, the card effect starts working, and it's always a bad thing. So, somebody with the correct items combination must travel to Rillier to banish the old one. While there, they lose 1 sanity every round. Then, somebody else must go to Arkham University to seal the gate, use any artifact. That means the character in Rillier is sealed then, along with the horror, forever. So, even when you win, somebody loses.
Yeah, that's the kind of dread you'd expect from a horror game. Another mechanic I find neat is the way you move through town. You spend location cards that only recharge if you go to Arkham U, so you need to think up front and coordinate with the other players where you are going and when.
The original book series were never translated to English or Portuguese, were they?
I don't believe they have, no.
Well, what else can we say about the game? It's surely less complex than the game it's compared with, Arkham Horror. But in no way it's less challenging or fun. Having Robert Craven walking around giving a hand at school, and the artwork from the board is mesmerizing. You won't regret it if you spend a couple of minutes checking out the details on the board around and the areas you visit. The board itself kind of tells a story.
The art is really a plus in this game. There's one thing regarding the rules I think the design missed the mark here, though. The playable characters. You have 4 people to choose from, but the only difference between them is the color of the meeples. Now, why would you give them faces and names if only the meaningful choice is the color you're going to play with?
It's just a color.
Yeah, they could have, I don't know, some kind of power or item unique to each one.
Yeah, but you can't house rule the game because
It's against the kind of thing we do, right?
Yeah.
Because we know that if you pull a string up here, a lot is going to be messed up down there. So yeah.
Then you have to play with just colors.
Yeah.
And that's what they are, colors.
They're just meeples, 2 gentlemen and 2 ladies.
Yeah.
Nothing else. So, what's our judgment regarding first playability?
I think the game is pretty straightforward. The rules are not complex at all. And
What about the rule book?
the rulebook is thick, so it's easy to read, and you have these little cards that show you the rules when you are playing, and this must be something obligatory for every game.
Yeah, I think it's something every game should do. Yeah, this game comes with a lot of cards that come with the most often forgotten rules in the game, and I think that's something that should be mandatory for all games forever. We played this game kind of a dozen times with 2, 3, and 4 people. Not only it scales nicely, not one time we had doubts about the rules that required us to stop the game and check something out. Also, it doesn't take 6 hours to finish a match.
And if you lose your first match, you say, "Damn it, again, and play another game. It's easy to fit 3 matches in one night, especially if your group is the kind that analyzes defeat and think of strategies to correct mistakes for the second game.
So it's a pass.
Yeah. But there's something about the game that bothered you.
Are you talking about the weird translation of Axer into witch instead of sorcerer? Or
No, I'm talking about the insert.
Okay.
The box.
The insert. Okay. Yeah, the insert doesn't work. Witch of Salem came with a generic insert. The plastic insert that comes in the box wasn't made for this game. As a matter of fact, it wasn't made for anything loosely resembling Witch of Salem. I don't know what Mayfair was thinking, but the first thing I did was to take the insert away and store the pieces in plastic bags. Now the insert is being used for Dungeon Lords, which weirdly fits very well. Go figure.
This has been another installment of First Play. In this episode we covered Witch of Salem, published by Mayfair Games.
Thank you all our Kickstarter supporters for allowing us to keep doing this show. We have now 2 videos left in the series.
If this is your first time with us, be sure to click that gorgeous subscribe button so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos, nor the other great videos Gamerati has coming your way in the future.
Thanks for watching. See you next time.
The gameplay is pretty straightforward. You reveal a new monster.
You try to banish the old one, but have...
And then you reveal an event card. And everybody dies.
I think...